You liking the Constitution?
I feel like
okay.
I love the Constitution.
Yeah, don't we
you
all?
know that.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, I haven't asked you a question. That was yes or no. That's it. You answered it. Now, the Democrats are being disgraceful. They are saying she needs to be believed. They haven't heard from her. They haven't spoken to her. But because she's a Democrat and a Democrat political activist criticizing a Republican, she needs to be believed. But Juanita Broderick, who had a bloody lip and complained of rape, immediate outcry because she complained against a Democrat, she doesn't deserve to be believed. How do you justify these contradictions?
Well, that was 1992.
The
and
law
I
was the
in
law in
college
1992.
when that was happening. So, but let me put it to you this way. President Clinton stood before the voters and was confirmed by the voters. This man is seeking a lifetime tenure, and he will only be confirmed by Congress and by the Senate. So you need to pay higher attention and put more scrutiny on a Supreme Court judge than anyone else in our government.
Nobody disagrees with that. No one disagrees with it.
Right.
Let her talk. But if it's a he said, she said, there is no way you're going to decide this.
Well,
it
Judge,
will be political.
There is another witness that could be called. His name is Mark Judge.
Mark Judge said it never happened, and he doesn't want to get involved in this nonsense.
Well, you know what? He doesn't want to perjure himself, is what it sounds like to me.
Oh, you don't know the guy. Don't accuse him of that. All right, I'm going to stop.
Should man up and come to Congress and talk.
Katrina, go.
Look, okay, so the accuser has apparently agreed to come in to tell her story next week, although this is in the hopes that they can agree to terms. That doesn't exactly put it on the docket, which means, Judge, we are right back to where we started and exactly why the vote should have never been delayed in the first place. Look, the process is right. Chris, you're right. There is a process to go through Congress, and guess what? It's done. The interviews have been had. The hearings are completed. Now it's time to vote. Now, as a mother, as a woman, I believe this woman should tell her story to the Maryland Police Department.
Well,
she is alleging a crime, and that should be reported to the authorities. But as for Congress, this process is complete, and they need to vote on Monday.
All right, Chris,
Katrina,
let me ask you
Judge,
this. Let me ask you this, Chris. Chris, wait.
Go ahead.
There is no way you're going to be able to prove this case beyond a reasonable doubt. None. So what you're doing is setting this man up for his own lynching. What you're saying is the accusation is enough. If she comes in and she says, and then he says, no, I didn't, we're gonna smear this man, a family man with 2 little girls, for the rest of his life for political reasons, and you know it and I know it.
Judge, the only reason we're not voting on Monday is because they don't have the votes to confirm Brett Kavanaugh right now. If they did, they would vote. We know that.
We do?
I agree with you. We should. I agree with you that there should not be unfounded accusations just thrown out there, which is why I agree with the accuser that the FBI should reopen his background checks,
Chris,
which, like they did when Anita Hill came forward.
The FBI does not investigate sex crimes. And I did this for 35 years.
Hold on a minute.
Don't go there and mislead my audience.
It's not an investigation.
I'll give you another reason why the FBI cannot investigate it, Chris, because they do not investigate incidents that occur before the 18th birthday. So cut the crap.
It is a background check.
They did 6 of them. What do you think? His mother's going to change?
30 days, they have reopened background checks in judiciary hearings. It is not uncommon for them to reopen a background check at this point in this campaign.
Go ahead,
and they
Katrina.
should be
Look,
doing that right
everybody
now.
knows what's going on here. This is just political delay tactics. Democrats didn't think this was important when they had the information 6 weeks ago. They still didn't think it was important because they didn't report it. It was actually leaked. Here's the thing, Judge. It's not Congress's role to determine the validity of repressed childhood memories. It is Congress's role to advise and consent on the appointment of a United States Supreme Court justice by this president. Everyone in that body knows what's going on here. Therefore, they need to vote on Monday.
You know, Chris.
Again, you know why they're not voting on Monday? Because they don't have the
you don't
votes
know
to
the reason,
confirm
and
on
neither do I.
Monday.
All right,
I
now
do.
listen. You
No,
know
we
what
don't
I
know
think
that
should
they're not
happen?
voting on
I
Monday
don't think they should
either.
be in committee anymore. I think they should take it to the full Senate. Have Mitch McConnell.
They wouldn't have the
put
votes
his
there
big
either.
point.
Absolutely.
They don't have the votes.
What are they going to do? Change their
If they
mind
had
because
the
a
vote-
woman says
Judge,
something that no one can
Judge,
confirm, no one can
Judge,
corroborate?
Judge,
What?
Judge, you're right. There's never going to be proof beyond a reasonable
Right.
doubt. It's a court of public opinion, and the Republicans in the Senate do not have the vote to confirm Kavanaugh right now.
You know what, Chris? What I don't understand,
they would push him through.
Chris, when I was a judge, if you think some victim was going to come in my courtroom, and I spent my life fighting for victims, I have a reputation for that. Okay? If you think a victim was going to come in and tell me how justice should be dispensed and Congress can hear or they can hear, you can't ask me 36 years later, you're out of your mind. Katrina, I have you on again because I took your side.
This is not a court of law.
It's bigger
Thank
than a
you,
court
Judge.
of law. It's Congress. They
It is
are
bigger,
the
much
citadel
bigger.
of the Constitution
Yeah.
and the laws of the United States. Katrina Pierce and Chris